Level 1. Dependency, the borrowed life. Take, for example, dummy 22 years and is living in his parents' basement. He wants to go out on a date, but he has to ask his parents for 20 tickets first. He feels like a kid, even though he's grown up, because someone else holds the remote control to his life. A simple way to see it: dependency is when you aren't the pilot of your own ship yet. Whether it's parents or a credit card, you are eating off someone else's plate. In this level, you have zero responsibility, but you also have zero freedom. Here's why people get stuck. It's comfortable. Having someone else pay for your bread is easier than facing the cold world. If you're 25 and still here, the shoes are getting very tight. How to move to the next level? You must find a way to earn your own tickets, no matter how small the job is. For you to get a level 3, where you have your money and surprises like this no longer ruin your month, you've to sit back. We'll get to that every soon. Level 2. Solvency, the treadmill. Dummy got a job. Congratulations. He's so excited. But every Friday, as soon as the tickets hit his hand, the landlord, the phone company, and the electric man are standing there with their hands out. By Monday, Dummy has $0. He's working hard, but he's just running in place. Dummy is his mid-20s. To put it simply, this is solvency. You are surviving, but you aren't winning. You are one broken tire away from falling off the treadmill. You are finally responsible for yourself, which is better than level 1. But you have no breathing room. Because as soon as they get a raise, they buy a nicer car or more expensive clothes, keeping their balance at 0. To move to the next 2 levels, you must spend less than you earn. If you make 10 tickets, you have to act like you only made 8. Level 3. Stability, the buffer. Dummy finally got tired of the stress. He stopped buying fancy coffees and saved up 1,000 tickets in a secret jar. One day, his sink breaks and floods the kitchen. Old Dummy would have cried. But new Dummy just reaches into the jar, pays the plumber, and goes back to sleep. This is stability. It's the first time you can actually breathe. You have a starter emergency fund that acts as a shield against life's small punches. This is better than level 2 because surprises no longer ruin your month. You've traded temporary treats for permanent peace. Treat that jar like it's invisible. It doesn't exist unless there is blood or a flood. Level 4. Debt freedom, the weight lifted. The goal is to enter your 30s without the backpack of bricks. Most people spend their 30s paying for their 20s. You want to be different. Dummy again realizes that every month he's paying thank you cookies, interest, to a bank for a TV he bought 2 years ago. He decides to go on a debt diet. He works extra hours and kills off every debt he owes. For the first time in years, his paycheck belongs 100% to him. In other words, in debt freedom, you've cut the chains. You no longer work for the bank. You work for yourself. The difference: at level 3, you had a buffer. At level 4, you have power. Every dollar you earn stays in your pocket. To move to level 7, you have to keep feeding the money tree. Don't cut it down to buy designer stuff. Only eat the fruit that falls. If you can't buy it twice with cash, you can't afford it. Never go back to the Magiplastic card. Level 5. The safety net. Dummy's company shuts down. Everyone else is panicking and crying. But Dummy has a big pillow in the bank. Enough tickets to pay for his house and food for 6 whole months without a job. He doesn't have to take the first bad job he finds. He can take his time to find a great one. Think of it like this. This is the security level. You aren't rich yet, but you are untouchable. You have 6 months of freedom in the bank. The difference: level 4 gave you your income back. Level 5 gives you your time back. How to stay up. Keep this money in a separate stone house, bank, that you don't look at daily. It's your in case of fire money. By your mid-30s, you should be untouchable. If your boss makes you mad, you have the tickets to walk away. Funny enough, children that their parents did their assignment by age 45 to mid-50s starts from level 6. However, don't be pressured. Start from where you are. Half a loaf is better than none. We all have different stories. Level 6. Financial independence, the money tree. Dummy stopped buying holes, liabilities, and started buying hens, assets. He bought small pieces of companies and saved consistently. One morning, he looks at his garden and realizes the fruit falling from his trees, investment, is enough to pay for his rent and groceries. He doesn't have to work today. Plain and simple. This is financial independence where most of us are struggling to reach. Working is now a choice, not a requirement. This is the ultimate upgrade. At level 5, you could stop working for a while. At level 6, you can stop working forever. Why people get stuck here? They're afraid to start investing because they fear the garden might fail. They stay stuck saving in a jar that inflation slowly eats. To get to financial abundance, keep feeding the money tree. Don't cut it down to buy a yacht. Only eat the fruit that falls. But that's not all. Level 7, Abundance and Legacy, the Forest Builder. The Master Stage. Dummy's garden, long-term investment, has become a massive forest. He has so much fruit he can't eat it all. So, he starts building parks for the village, helping his friends start their own gardens, and making sure his children's children never have to start at level 1, but level 5. Simply put, financial abundance is legacy. You have moved past having enough to changing the world. You've built a money machine that will outlive you. Every other level was about you. This level is about everyone else. Some people get to level 6 and just want more for themselves, never realizing that true wealth is what you give away. Stay up. Focus on impact. Create systems like trusts or businesses that can run without you being there.